Finally pulled down the upper fairings on the truck, got ready to get everything closed up on the upper deck area, got all the supplies, and finally finished framing out those doors on the appliance area behind me all on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and very fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Sorry there's so much light coming in. Let me see if that helps. There you go. It's daytime, so it's very bright outside. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Attempting to close in, or at least frame up the back box, not Black Box, that was a song, or a group. Black Box, everybody, the back box. And attempting to get the fairings off. That's what I've been working on there. I've been standing on my back deck up there on the top of the truck, trying to get these fairing bolts out so I can take the fairings down to make sure I have a little bit better access to that as I'm trying to build it. Plus, I need the fairings to come down anyway because I'm going to cover those in that diamond plate. So that's what we're working on now. Yeah, so I was standing on the deck back there, so I get the ones that go over the top, and still got to get the rest of those. I just undid the two that join these two together on the inside. See right up there, got those two bolts out in between the two fairings. So we're going to try to get the rest by the ladder. All right, you can see the left fairing there is off. One fairing down. And you can see the right one's down. So there's two fairings down. So there they are, sitting down here. They look so much bigger when they're not up there on the truck, don't they? Yep, so there they are. Got those two down. So we're going to try to start framing out that box. Yeah, getting those fairings down was a giant pain in the ass. I had to use a little star bit and put it in my Craftsman wrench set because I couldn't use power tools. It wouldn't pull them out. All I would do is try to strip them. And even using this little star bolt in here, nut, star bit, whatever you want to call it. Luckily I've got two of them. I've got another one that I bought for another reason back towards the beginning of the project, but I've almost kind of twisted this one too much, so luckily I have another one. But each one took a long time. Of course, I'm having to reach over my head through most of that. I have a very tall ladder, but still, the top of the truck, the top of the cab, is very high where I was trying to get all that done. So you're trying not to fall off and die while you're trying to reach way up and standing on your tiptoes on the ladder. Hello! So I had to kind of take it very slowly and keep taking little breaks just to get all that down. I kept dropping this part, because the way I have to do it in this one, it kept sliding through and popping off and then landing somewhere under the truck. It was an annoying process. So after I got all that done, then I climbed up there on the deck and was measuring out everything, trying to get exact board lengths, because I've had kind of an idea in my head and I've had some sketches, but I didn't have actual lengths of everything I needed to do. So I had to measure everything out. That took a while, figure out what I need. I realized I had to do some more, I had to go to Lowe's and Menards today to kind of finish all the rest of the supplies. Yeah, I gotta pause here, and if you indulge me, I gotta change out my bandage. Luckily, when I bought these bandages the other night from Menards, a lot of them are these fingertip bandages, which you really need if you cut the tip of your finger. These are about the only type that really then will strap all around your finger and stay on all day. So I've had various colors, which is kind of interesting, and the one I'm about to put on, this looks like a hot pink color. Oh, it's an orange. Ooh, fashionable. There you go. No, I'm not flipping you off. I'm just showing you my nice orange bandage. They've been coming all these wild colors. So I've had all these different, I've had yellow and gray and blue and green and now orange. Gotta love it. Oh, and when I was, Wednesday night when I was trying to put all this on, look at all the blood that I got just on the lid, just trying to get the damn thing open and I kept bleeding all over everything. Hello. So yeah, I climbed up there after I got the fairings down, which like I say, took forever. I was just trying to kind of map everything out. I had previous sketches. Bad sketch time! Bad sketch time! This is a sketch I had made actually quite a while ago of how I was going to build the whole deck, and then I've added on to it to show how I'm going to start framing it out. and that's what these boards are going to be for on the sides. This is the truck wall back here, and I determined I'm going to need 40 1/4 inch boards because they've got to go all the way down to the bottom of this beam coming out. I'm going to bolt them one underneath and one into the bed area on each one. This one's actually going to lean a little to the left because that's how the back of the cab leans. Determined this board here needs to be 76 inches long to match the one going across the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing on that side that I'm going to do on this side. And I'm going to get all that built and everything, and then I'm going to shove the mattress in before I finish building out the back wall, because that's going to be about the only way to get it into there at that point. So yeah, I had to go to Lowe's and Menards because I had seen the insulation I wanted to use at Lowe's before. And I'll show you that here in a minute. And then I wanted to get some more, and the wood is just cheaper at Menards. It just is. So I needed a few more of these 2x3 boards, so I had to get those. I had to get some. Once I build the frame for the rear deck up there, I'm gonna just put on that real thin 1/4 inch, what do they call it, wafer board, because it's cheaper and it's easier to use and it's lighter than anything else I could put on. It just has to be kind of a skin, because then that diamond plate is going to be around it. So I just have to have something to kind of have everything there. The box is there, and to build it, and then to screw the diamond plate into is mainly what I'm looking for. So that's how I'm going to go with that. And one of the main things I was tackling with is trying to find some sort of a rubber gasket thing to put in between the board that's going to lean against the back of the cab, and then, you know, be snugly pushed into the cab there, all the way around the kind of to frame out that hole. And then I found this. I know, John Holgren, you had given me suggestions of some other stuff to use, but I thought this was actually going to be perfect. Garage door seal. It's what you put at the bottom of your garage door so it seals nicely against the concrete when the door closes all the way down. It's going to be the perfect width for the boards. It has kind of a little lip on one edge that I'll put towards the cab. And it was 17 feet of it for only like 16 bucks. And it's pliable, and because it's made to be out in the weather, that should be a nice, good little kind of a rubber gasket for all the wood that's now going to be up against the back wall of the cab. So I thought that would work well. Got 15 feet of electric line. This is, you know, indoor electric wire with the ground, because I realized if I'm going to be enclosing all that, putting the insulation in, I need to have the wire leading up to my lights that are going to be up in the ceiling and over the what's going to be a little, like, kind of a nightstand area. So I went ahead and got the wiring for that, and I got the lights. If I can pull out the box here. Yeah, these are just nice little LED lights, and I'll pull them out and show you what they look like. So these are just a nice little size. You know, they're round, real low profile. You can see where the wires are. You know, of course, you have your hot, your black, and your ground. Okay, so it goes with the 3 wires that I just got. Has the little hooji bodge for screws, okay, to stick up into the ceiling, because it'll be going right up against the ceiling tile. And I'll be using the same kind of paneling stuff I've been using, like on the back doors back there on over the fridge, for the ceiling. Okay, so this will fit nicely up there because it's going to be a low ceiling area back there above the bed. But I thought, well, this is perfect for a light up there. And I'm going to have a switch in the wall. This is where I'm going to be wiring things in, so everything's going to look really all just set in like a house, really. So I thought, well, these are great. These were $29 for a pack of 2. So I thought, well, these are going to be great little lights. So one up there over the back portion of the bed, which will be sticking out in the box back there, and another one kind of over my little nightstand area up there. And then I've got 2 more. I bought 2 boxes of these. So under the bunk area, where you can see where I'm aiming behind me, like right about right there, okay? In the middle of the ceiling area under the bunk, I'll have the paneling up there, a light there in the middle over the seating area, and I'm gonna have another one of these lights over the toilet and sink area. And again, they'll be controlled by a switch. I saw these on my way out at Menards. I always buy the cheaper pet beds from either Walmart or like Dollar General, but they're still anywhere from $7 to $12. Sometimes, if Rusty throws up, he decides he hops down and does it in his bed, which is fine. Don't do it in my bed, so I'm not mad about that. But sometimes he'll do it in the middle of the night. I don't catch it till the next day. I can't really clean it up at that point. It's soaked through and it's kind of gross. So I always try to buy the cheapest ones I can, and I always have a couple of spares sitting up here So if that happens, well, I can just pitch it and throw a new one down. Well, these are even a little more plush than the ones I've been buying. And 23-inch round snuggle pet bed, $4.99. Can't beat that. I bought 2. I may go back and get more. All right, so here's what I bought for insulation. It's just styrofoam insulation. I bought varying thicknesses. This one I think is a 1 inch. Then you have these, which are nice big 1.5 inch ones. Because on the side walls, they're going to be up there about, well, that damn light's in the way. Where the fairing, above where the fairing is, you can see the wood back there behind. Okay, there's going to be a wall right there. But that wall's only going to be 1.5 inches thick, inside depth. So I thought this would be easy to use. It would be easy to cut on the table saw right there. And I can stick that up in between the panels. So I got various thicknesses because now then the top is going to be like 2.5 inches. It's going to be almost 5 inches or 5.5 underneath. So I got enough that I can cut and just easily put into the cavities between the inside false walls and the outside walls to make it all insulated and hopefully keep me warm in the winter and cool in the summer. What do you think? Got some of this. Here's that 1/4 inch wafer board, which will be good just for the outside skin before I put the diamond plate on. Got some of this board. I can't remember what it's called. It's cheap, and I can use it for the inside of the closet in the upper area, and an inside wall where I'm going to put the vinyl stuff over that. So why pay a lot for something you ain't going to see, right? And of course, then I bought some more of this type of stuff right here for the ceiling inside, where I'm going to put that light in, and the ceiling under the bunk. This is also what I'm making my closet door out of, my door underneath the sink, and my door for the closets that are going to be in the upstairs area. And of course, more of these 2x3s that I'm using to frame out the upper area, and that'll hold up the walls and the ceiling and so forth. Since these aren't really holding weight except for themselves, that's why I went with the 2x3s. They're a hell of a lot cheaper. They're lighter, and I'm trying to kind of cut down the overall weight on this thing. So these should work really well. Truck looks kind of funny without the fairings up there, doesn't it? You can really see that hole up there now. Yeah, baby. But you can see it really doesn't stick that far out from the cab. So we're going to be working on that tomorrow. So yeah, today was mainly getting the fairings down and then making my whole plan, figuring out exactly all the rest of the supplies I need to enclose the box up there, then running to the stores. Luckily, my older son Justin went with me to help me load everything up and unload everything. Then I went inside and watched some really kind of weird show about the food that made America on the History Channel or something. And you learn how like Colonel Sanders, he was actually kind of a jerk. But he made some good chicken, didn't he? The whole war between Mars and Hershey, and then how that spawned a relationship from the guy, this Mueller, I think, who was working at Hershey, who kind of got shafted and teamed up with the Mars guy, and that's how they created M&Ms. Kind of interesting, anyway. So yeah, I was making plans. I'm kind of figuring everything else out now tonight. I think I'll try to get back there and finish up the, this is Sunday. It's Sunday night. What is it? The 28th. After I went to the store Friday night, I didn't do squat. Saturday, spent time with the family, and I really didn't get anything done. So Sunday, I was working all day, making plans and all that. And so that's why there's not much to show you. But there will be more to show you tomorrow, and I will be doing a video tomorrow as well. But, you know, when the family's home on the weekend, I kind of want to spend time with them. When they're off at work and school or late at night, well, then I'm out here working. I mean, if they're not going to be here, then I might as well work. But if they're going to be here, I'm going to spend time with them. Again, that was kind of part of the whole purpose of doing this project as well, is spending time with a family that I haven't had to been able to enjoy in years. And it's been a beautiful thing. If you didn't see my Thanksgiving picture, I posted on Instagram and Twitter. I put the serious one on Twitter. I put the silly one where we're all being weird on Instagram. So go check those out, all right? If you'd like to. Clutch Trucker at Twitter, Clutch Trucker at Instagram. That's how you find it. Okay, I got the Ninja Footy door and the microwave door all framed out. It doesn't look the best, but I think it looks pretty good. You know, it could look a lot worse. So, yes, it doesn't look entirely professional, but the framing sits in front of the doors, which looks a little bit better than it did. It's painted. I had to notch out, you know, for the hinges there and there, and there and there. So I did about the best I could with that. I'm no master carpenter. I'm just lowly old clutch trucker, but I think it looks pretty good. So we're gonna go with that and leave it right there. So that's where I'm stopping on stuff tonight. We have good weather the next couple of days, so it'll be a good time to get up there on the deck and start framing out the whole upper deck system, putting up walls, inner walls, outer walls, so I can put the insulation in and do the outer skin on it and all that. So that's what I'm going to be working on the next couple of days, because I figure, you know, when the weather's colder, I can always do more stuff inside, like framing out the closet in here, framing out the upper closet, framing out the nightstand area, running in the electricity and all that, putting in the water tanks for the sink and the toilet. I can do all that when it's colder. So while the weather's warmer and I have to get up there, right where I'm pointing with my thumb, hello, right up there, where I'm still outside, technically, on the back of the truck, it won't be too bad, and I can get all that framed out and get that done. Got a mystery gift in the mail today. LED magnetic pickup tool. It's a flashlight. It has a magnet on the end. Got this from a mystery donor. It has the magnet on the end. It can pick up. See, it picks up a screw. Things like that. And it extends. Look at that. And bends. And it's a flashlight. I think that's pretty cool. I can use this. Especially when I'm looking for stuff under the truck or in the engine area and I gotta get the light in a certain place. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to use this. So all it said was it came from Junior. I had to go onto my Amazon account and scan the little thing that came with it, and it said, you know, gift from Junior. So I sent him a thank you. So thank you, Junior. I will use this. Believe me. One thing I do want to address, because I keep getting questions about this, even though I've addressed it a few times. I'll throw it out here again. People keep asking, how much weight is all this wood going to add to the truck? And the short answer is, I don't know, okay? I know how much this truck used to weigh with the old configuration, along with the trailer and everything, and I knew I could always take 43,660 pound loads with full tanks. I could take just over 44 if I didn't have full tanks. Okay, so I won't know until it's done. And when it's done, I'm gonna hook up to the trailer, I'm gonna bring it down to the Sapp Brothers or Pilot, one of the two. Probably the Pilot, simply because they have a cat scale. Sapp Brothers has their own scale, and I've done everything on a cat scale. So I'll go down and I'll weigh, I'm gonna fuel up first, then I'll weigh the entire truck and trailer, so I get a really accurate empty weight before I head back out on the road. So I really won't know how this whole thing weighs until it's done. My best guess is I pulled about 500 to 700 pounds worth of cabinet and bunks and everything else out of here before I even started. I've probably added at least that, plus maybe, I'm guessing anywhere from 500 to 1,500 extra pounds on top of that. So my best guess is I'll maybe be anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 pounds heavier than I used to be. But I won't know until it's completely done. There's the short answer. Well, not too bad now. It's a little windy out there, but yeah, not as cold. It's supposed to be cold tomorrow in the morning, and as it gets into the late night tonight. But anyway, brought him out here tonight so we could do the opening and the close. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. I usually get to your comments within 24 hours. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. All right, stop. Mr. Bile, is it? Oh, yes, but my friends all call me Phlegm. Bacon strip? Oh, there it goes. Go get it. Alright, he got his bacon strip, and then he brings it back down, silly dog. Crack me up, Rusty. Rusty, look up here.